3, 2, 1, 0.
Fuck yeah. What up? Welcome to Dynamite Rocketship. I'm your host, Toby McMullen. Please subscribe on the YouTube, youtube.com/@Toby McMullen. Subscribe on any audio platform you're consuming this on. We're on every single one of them. And please check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Dynamite Rocketship for bonus content. Goes out every Thursday. Hell yeah. My guest today is an all-time dude. Great hang, hilarious comic, great podcaster. He is a man of many shows. He's the
many shows.
He's the co-host of the boyscast, the Ryan Long. He's also the host of the Bathhouse, which is live every Monday.
Tuesday, and Low Value Mail every Monday.
And Low Value Mail every Monday.
If you like call-in shows, which people don't.
We did call-ins and it was very fun, but the technology just fucks up all the time.
No. I've actually
You've got it dialed. Let me say your name, Danny Polishchuk. Polishchuk, right?
Yeah,
Polishchuk.
Polishchuk.
I always do that.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you guys have it buttered.
Yeah, I figured it out. Like, it took me a year probably to figure out exactly the call-in technology. I still have some weird. My issue is actually mostly with Streamlabs. I have these like weird buggy things sometimes with Streamlabs.
Well, it's
live shit sucks.
It is just like, hey, how would you like for everything to go wrong?
Yeah, and it's just like, and I don't really like, my producer's remote.
Yes.
So it's like, at least for Low Value Mail, so then I'm like, if something happens, I'm just like fucking doing it all by myself.
Oh, you're just surrounded by a board that's
and no, the worst part is you're like, everybody's watching as you're just like
failing
and flailing. Everybody's like, they're just like, and then I'm just having these meltdowns.
Oh,
I'm just like, I fucking, dude, I've had so many episodes where I fucking hate this shit, but I'm live. This isn't like I'm live. People are watching. Like, fucking bullshit. Fuck this shit.
You're just having your Alex Jones moment.
Literally, I'm just having these like meltdowns.
Yeah, you want to get as deeply inside of your own head as you can get. Fire up a live stream, brother.
And that's the thing. This isn't like live streams where you're like, oh, I'm just like browsing the internet. Like, who cares? This is like an actual show that I'm trying to produce.
You try to zip zap it up.
Oh man, that's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I've had just about the harshest mental breakdowns I've ever had production wise, trying to get just the phones to function.
Yeah.
I want to keep doing it because it's fun. It's like a nice vibe injection, you know. But
it is fun, and it is honestly like, even though it is this weird like,
well, you do it great,
old format essentially, because it is just talk radio essentially.
Sure,
but it is a nightmare to do if you're doing it yourself. And there's things that you can't control. Like sometimes YouTube glitches. And then the thing with live streams is you can't just have a glitch. Like you have to like restart the whole thing.
Oh yeah, you got to refire.
And then like 50 people are like, don't know what's going on. So they just go, I guess there's no show this week.
Oh
and you're like, all right,
yeah, they're all in a cabin.
Well, they're just like, all right, I guess I just lost half the audience this week because of a weird glitch that happened at the top of the show.
Did you wind up doing that thing at that Libertarian conference?
What was that?
You're going to go like...
I moderated the Libertarian, the Colorado State Libertarian Presidential Convention. It was like all the people who were running for the President of the United States of America, the Libertarian candidates, who I'd like to say, you might have some Libertarians watching this, all retarded.
Dude.
If you want to hear some of the stupidest shit you've ever heard, I have a soft spot for the Libertarians. I like them. And you're one of those things where you're like, I want this to work. And then you go, this is so not based in reality. None of this shit. It's crazy. Like one guy's just like, we need private borders. You're like, what does that mean?
Well, yeah, dude.
Like you literally, they just like be like, well, we want to do this. You go, what does that mean? They're just like, I don't know.
No follow-up.
Literally, you go, we're going to end the Federal Reserve. You go, okay, how does that work? They're like, no idea, but we really should do it.
You go, what does the Federal Reserve do? They go, I don't know.
They know, they can tell you what it does, but I'm just like, okay, well, how do you unwind the entire U.S. economy from and untangle it from all the shit? And they go, I don't know,
but it sucks ass now.
Yeah, it sucks dick, man.
Yeah, in my head, it was you were judging a talent show at a Libertarian
convention. I was kind of judging a talent show. And it was like, it's so out of my depth. I'm just like, I know some principles of libertarianism.
Yeah, just each guy more retarded than the last. How many?
Yeah, I was like asking them some questions, and then it was just one of those things.
How many wheelchair-bound heavyweight fellas in safari vests were there?
That's
what I think of.
Surprisingly, none. Surprisingly, none. But they did like a raffle and like literally a classic like libertarian event in Colorado. The raffle, like one of the top raffle prizes was an AR-15.
Whoa, dude! No shit. My guess was going to be oxygen tanks for all these fat. I picture a libertarian convention being like Comic-Con for compound bros.
Compound bros, but yeah, no, they aren't like, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like, there's maybe like 150 people there or something. Like It was in a Freemason lodge.
Sick.
Which was pretty sick because I've never been in a Freemason lodge. Pretty underwhelming, to be honest.
If I was in a Freemason lodge, I would spend my whole day just pulling books off
dude,
shelves,
literally,
looking for a secret passage.
I was in there, I was like, where the fucking secret's at? That's like where I was. I was like, dude, there would be these areas where I'm like, it'd be like a little velvet rope and it's like, please don't enter. And I go, I'm fucking entering.
I'm
going in there.
What
are you hiding?
Oh, what's back there? The truth?
Yeah.
Turns out I'm not here to moderate. I'm here to investigate.
Yeah,
dude.
literally, that's what I was doing. I was just like fucking poking around.
Dude, you know how you know that libertarians are fucking idiots? Is they had a goofy Canadian come moderate their presidential election shit.
Hey, you don't call Canadians goofs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that is a massive.
One of my all-time favorite things in life, dude, is the finding out that goof in Canada it means pedophile.
Man's pedophile, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Dude, if you call the wrong guy a goof in Canada, man, you're fucking them's fighting words.
Oh, dude, I would get my ass beaten so fast if I saw a guy hula hooping, big hat, clown shoes.
Well, those guys,
whimsical mustache.
Yeah. Those guys, actually, you can call a goof.
Well, it's not them I'm worried about. It's me going to my buddy, going, "Hey, look at that goof," and then some other guy going, "What the fuck did you say?"
It's more like you're at a bar and you go, "This guy's a fucking goof." And you go, "What'd you say?" It's fighting words, bud.
I go, what? He was blowing bubbles in his drink, man.
You find yourself in fucking Red Deer, Alberta. You actually definitely call the wrong guy a goof. And
we're appropriate. I just saw today appropriation of Canadian culture.
Well,
Dorito released a ketchup chip.
They've had so I guess that's because they had Doritos ketchup when I lived there. Underwhelming. There's only one ketchup chip. It's Lay's.
Yeah.
Literally every other ketchup chip, dog shit.
It's ruffled, right? No,
it's just a normal Lay.
I'm thinking of ruffled all dress, which
I know, which is a point of contention amongst you and I because you think that is the greatest Canadian chip, and I disagree. It's fine.
It is what it is, man. But yeah, the ketchup chip kind of stinks, but it's fine.
It is the literally best potato chip that's ever been invented. In the world.
Have you ever had a cheese and onion tato in Ireland?
No. Maybe I have actually because I was
crisp.
I was just in Ireland. I don't remember. We ate some crisps for sure.
Where'd you go in Ireland?
Dublin, just for like a night.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, we're just there for a night, but we, you gotta try the local fare.
Yeah, pop in, pop out.
Everybody does cocaine in Ireland. It's insane.
Really?
Yeah.
I was there for like 8 days. I wasn't offered cocaine once.
Oh my God. It is like a national pastime there. I got offered cocaine so many times there in a night.
I don't know why, and I could be wrong here, but I feel like that would be the most stepped on shit.
No, it's the opposite.
Oh, pure.
Because dude, all the coke in Europe comes through Antwerp. Okay. And like Brussels, I believe, all in Belgium because they have like a big port. We had some shows in Belgium.
Sure, I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's where it is. And I was reading about like their problem with like cocaine trafficking is so bad there because like it is literally like how cocaine like enters Europe is through the ports and it's like
fucking bumper to bumper cocaine traffic.
So much corruption and everything. I think it was either in Brussels or Antwerp. It was one of those two. But they like basically had this huge cocaine seizure. It was like massive, like, like tons of cocaine.
Yeah.
And so, but they don't have the infrastructure to destroy it because like they're literally like they're just so behind on this stuff. So they had it like locked in some facility, and then the people whose cocaine it was broke in.
Coke heist?
Like coke heist and stole it back because these are like they have like paramilitary shit, but this is like in Europe.
Oh my God!
And so then they were like the mayor. I think it was the mayor of Brussels or Antwerp. Was like, we need to legalize cocaine because we can't deal with this.
Dude, there's a precinct full of cops going. We got no way to get rid of this stuff. Line them up, fellas.
Grab some beers, boys. It's gonna be a long night.
Yeah, we're firing it up. Wow, that's hilarious to be like. There's just so much of it. We can't handle. Just everybody does it. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like they were just like we can't handle the crime.
Yeah.
Like the organized crime is so powerful around this shit that they're like they couldn't destroy. They're like we can't incinerate all of this. Because I guess that's what they were doing. They're like, we don't have the infrastructure to incinerate it. And then in the meantime, they're literally like breaking back in. Like it was like a firefight, you know, so it's like dangerous and shit. And
Oh,
like,
I was
no, it wasn't like some Ocean's 13 shit. No, they're going in by force.
That's so, there's something like so much more insane about them just being like, oh, let's just go get it with guns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're going in with guns. They're just like going in by force and just getting it back.
You would have, I mean, I can't imagine a number on Earth that would get me to go into an armed conflict inside of a police.
Yeah, like a police
headquarters.
Headquarters, essentially. Yeah. And they were like, they did it and they won. Like they were successful at this.
Do they have a cool name for their mob over there?
I don't know. Probably gypsies or something.
Hang on, let's see. Antwerp Mafia name.
It's probably gonna be Jews or something.
No, get out of town.
No, well they have all the
you guys don't run that shit.
No, but all the diamonds. That's the thing. You go there and it's like remember in what was it? Snatch or Lock, Stock and I think
Snatch.
It was Snatch, right? Where it was
Snatch
like,
about the diamonds.
Diamonds, right?
Lock, Stock's about the guns.
And it's like you go there and it's all these like Orthodox Jews walking around just like fucking plying their diamond trade.
The Morco Mafia. That's pretty good.
Mafia, yeah.
The Boreco Mafia.
Yeah, they have like
Borgerok. I'm fucked there.
That might be some weird.
Yeah, that's got too many consonants, not a vowels.
Sure. Yeah. Can't do it.
Yeah. What's your background? What's your lineage?
My parents are technically from what's now the Ukraine, but they're ethnically Russian Jews.
Oh, nice. What do they do? FPV drone pilots?
They're retired.
Oh, yeah, that's what they want you to think.
Yeah.
You walk in.
I always actually thought.
You walk in their house. Your dad's got the
I'm
Oculus
not gonna
on.
lie.
You gotta
My
ask him what
dad
he's
is-
up to.
My dad is this very mild mannered guy, and there was a period where I was like, "Is my dad a spy?" Traveled a ton for work. Like, he was an engineer, but he would travel like all over the world.
He's always looking at microfilm. This
Dude,
guy.
honestly, he would travel like all over the world, and he would like sometimes like this is like back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
I remember like he would go like my dad was like he worked like he was an engineer for like an electrical engineer, and he would just like go to South Korea for like a day.
That's shady.
And you're like, that's so far.
That is.
This
far.
is like pre-Zoom, obviously, and shit.
Yeah.
Where you're like, yeah, we need these in-person meetings, and you're like, you just like literally go to South Korea, Seoul, for 12 hours.
But it's also some of those old school businesses. They're like, we want to look you in the eye. And
Yeah,
shake your
for sure.
hand.
Yeah, I think
know?
it was that. Obviously, I don't think he was a spy, but maybe he was a spy.
Yeah, I heard a lady today walking down the street talking on her phone, and she said to the person she was talking to, she's like, "What's your name again?" "Oh yeah, great, nice to meet you." And that bothered me. It's a thing that's changed in society where like people will say, "I met them on Discord," or "I met them like online." I think no, you talk to them. You didn't meet
them. You met them.
Yeah. You e-meet stuff.
E-meet. Yeah.
That.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. It's like it's not a proper meeting.
That just sounds like Cox. It's fucking e-meet, dude.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. It's not a proper meeting. The meeting's in person.
No, you gotta spit in your palm and shake a hand.
Sure, or just physical presence in the same room.
Now, Danny, you ever done a blood pact in your life? You ever slice your hand?
I have not, but mostly just because I'm too much of a pussy to cut my hand.
Yeah, it feels like it would hurt a lot.
For sure, would hurt a lot.
It would. That would suck.
That would suck. And then you're like, then you go to like pick something up later, and you go, fuck the blood pact. I forgot I did this.
Goddamn blood pact. Trying to fire up the Xbox. Fuck goddamn blood pact.
I mean, I've burned the shit out of my hand before. That sucked.
Oh yeah, burns are no good. How'd you do it?
It's like literally, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was well, the worst I ever burned my hand was I was a kid, and then I was like preheating the oven. I was maybe like 6 or 7 or something. Preheating the oven to make what I assumed to be chicken nuggets. That's what I'm gonna guess.
Sure.
And then someone left a cast iron pan in the oven, fully heated up, and then I go, I'll just grab that.
Yeah, that's tough. That's how you learn.
That's how you learn.
That's how you learn.
Yeah, they say you got to touch the stove.
I've
No, not touch the stove. Didn't do it again.
I've done some no look preheats that have resulted in some very melted cutting boards and shit.
You put a plastic cutting board in your oven?
Yeah.
That's just like only a New Yorker can relate to that, because New York's the only city where you are so starved for space where you go, I keep the cutting boards in the oven.
Yeah. Where else am I going to put them?
Exactly.
The fucking what? Yeah. The cutting boards, all types of shit.
Yeah.
I've seen people who've had like Amazon boxes, almost like your drunk drawers, just like in their like no grates in the oven, just like using it as another cupboard.
Yeah, just another cupboard. Yeah, man.
It's so dangerous.
It's crazy. I know.
Trying to fire up a tombstone.
Honestly, when you really think about how people live in the city, you go, why?
Yes.
Yeah, you really do. You really do. You don't. It's most people move here and you take a real step back in terms of quality of life.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
You live in Chicago. Like, dude, I see all the time, like on Instagram, you go, this is what you get for $1,200 a month in Chicago. It's a 4-bedroom, 2,500 square foot condo on the water.
Dude. Yeah. They go, oh, it's above a local bar where, by the way, if you live upstairs, they don't charge you and everyone's the nicest person you've ever met.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's living in Chicago felt like you'd walk outside and everyone's just high-fiving you and giving you fist bumps. And then you get here and they're like, people are spitting on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. The transition, I was very naive. And I was like, oh, I've lived in a big city for fucking 10 years, dude. It'll be the exact. Nope.
Yeah.
Way different.
Oh yeah. I mean, when I moved here, I had only been to New York City once in my life.
Yeah.
And I just was like, yeah, I'm moving to New York City, moved from Toronto. Dude, I remember the first day I moved here, I was living in Bed-Stuy.
Oh yeah.
For like a month. This is honestly like embarrassing. Like I did it and I look back and I go, this is so embarrassing. But like I drove from Toronto because I had a car still, drove down here. And then I got there and I'm like in Bed-Stuy at like midnight. And then I was like, you know what? I'm kind of hungry. I'm going to go to 7-Eleven. And I'm kind of like walking around and I go, this place look a little sketchy, huh?
Sure.
And then I saw these police officers. Like I was in the 7-Eleven and these police officers and I just like went up to them. I go, hey man, weird question. Is this area safe? And they're like, yeah, it's fine. I go, okay.
They're like, yeah, you go, there's graffiti on everything and it's really dirty. There's needles. And they go, yeah, welcome to New York.
Yeah, sure. And I go, okay. Just wondering.
I moved into the city during the pandemic and it was, or at the, like just as it was, things started to open and it was still like Manhattan was just a shooting gallery, dude.
Dude,
straight heroin for days, dude.
It was
talk about a junk drawer.
I'll never forget it. When I spent most of like the COVID lockdowns in like Florida. I was like in Miami and I came back like about this time 5 years ago. Yeah. About like end of June. And I remember I came back and I hopped on a city bike. I was living in the East Village. Hopped on a city bike and I was just biking around and I found myself in Times Square and it was like, I am legend.
Yeah, dude. It's like 20 days later shit.
It was literally, there was 0 people in Times Square other than the junkies. Just shooting up and some cops.
Yeah, it was like 1973.
It was amazing.
It was pretty fun.
Well, it was not, but it was like, there was nobody. It was just like, the odd junkie here and there in Times Square and you're like, Times Square's empty. I was just like, I remember being like, you'll never see this like this.
Fuck, no.
Which took a picture of it. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, just too busy gaping.
I was just like, this is surreal.
Yeah.
It was honestly surreal.
You still doing wait, how do I phrase this? Are you still engaged in AI propaganda?
You know what? I haven't made a video in a couple months. I was just taking a break because it was just the grind. I was fucking cranking them out every week. I haven't made them in a couple months. I'm trying to figure out like a new kind of version because it was weird. It was like one of those. I don't know if you've noticed. Have you noticed that your like Instagram reels have turned into this like AI slop factory?
Yeah.
Oh, or whatever, because it's from VO3. I was actually dicking around with it the other day, VO3.
I haven't touched it. It freaks me out.
It's amazing. Like,
it all looks the same. It all looks a little too smooth.
Yeah, it's a little too smooth. Yeah.
Like there's something you can still tell a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell for sure.
But it takes me a second.
Yeah, it takes you a second. And again, we're like, this is VO3 is literally, you can only crank out 8-second videos.
Yeah. Well,
that's the max. It's like, it's very limited to how many you can even put out. Like I signed up for like the ultra plan, which is $250 a month.
Yeah.
But it's like half off for like 3 months. So I was just like, I'm just going to dick around with it and try it.
Yeah.
And you're still limited. Like, and it's still hard. Like I see some of these videos, most of them are really racist. And the ones that do really well on Instagram for some reason.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's because like we put out stuff and if you say, the wrong word or whatever, sure. it can tank it. But then you see stuff that's got 2.3 million.
But there's some element where you're like, what is even the point of this? Like, You're not making money on it. It's like, you're not like, you're just, I guess you'll grow an Instagram page of just this like AI slop. But like, guess what? Like, this shit's all going to come better and cheaper, and then everybody's going to be cranking this out, and that's just going to be flooded with it. But yeah, I was making these AI videos, and
they were great. Where you were brilliant, where I was like, oh, this is cool, is that instead of just doing the standard, just you take a person in the public eye and then make them say wild shit, you put yourself.
Yeah, I put myself in,
which is great.
Yeah, those were the only ones where I go, this is maybe the only benefit of them. But like, it was one of those things where it's like they would do well, and then I was like, I don't know what the point of this is. They're like, nobody's coming to see me at shit. Like nobody's ever come to a show, and they're like, saw you one of your AI videos, or
when you made Nancy Pelosi fart,
yeah,
I knew I was in.
You know what I mean? And it's like there was like there was an element where I was like, this is fun, but like I don't know what the point of this is.
Yeah, but what I liked about it was everyone's talking about the dangers of AI, and you were my only buddy having fun with it.
I mean, dangers of AI. Literally, I made this video about Jake Tapper.
I have no idea who that is.
Jake Tapper. He's like
bartender.
Yeah, Jake Tapper, the bartender. No, he has a show on CNN.
Okay.
He's like one of the main guys on CNN. I made this video. Jake Tapper went like mega viral. This is in September. This is at Skankfest actually in Vegas. And the Monday I'm leaving Skankfest, it had like 10 million views.
Insane. And
then I open up my DMs and it's I get a DM and it's like, Danny, this is Jake Tapper. I need to speak with you. And I was just like, oh no.
I
was like, he's not going to be happy with me. And then I talked to him and he's like, hey, I love your video. He's like, can you make me a AI video of myself for a segment on CNN?
Whoa.
And I was like, sure. He's like, how long does it take? I'm like, honestly, like fucking 20 minutes.
I'll get back to you in 20, bud.
Well, he thought this was like this hard thing. He's like, can you get this for me? I go, yeah, it takes me like 20 minutes to do. I've been doing it for like 2 weeks. And then, I made him this segment, and then it turned out the segment was like about how AI is so dangerous and we need to make it illegal.
Yeah.
Oh, great. It's like him and A.B. Klobuchar, who's like the senator from like Minnesota or some shit. And they're all like, yeah, we need to make this all illegal. And I certainly do see the potential negatives of it all. I'll probably get back into making them soon. I've just been fucking.
Dude, I'm so unplugged. Whenever someone says the name of a politician, it's like they're telling me about the person who won prom queen in their high school. Like, yeah, then we're at Amy Polishchar's house, dude. Sickest party, bro. Our folks were out of town for like 3 days. We were crashing there.
Honestly, you're lucky.
Yeah, well, that was going to be my follow-up was going to be, have you fooled anybody? The answer is yeah.
Oh my God, man. Boomers are fucking... Dude, I made this, like, I don't know if you remember this it was this big story, USAID. It was this thing where they were like, basically the government had this like department called USAID, and they were like essentially all they did was like give money to all these other countries. And when Elon came in with all the Doge stuff, and he was essentially like, we shut this down. It's like costing us all this money. And then I made this like fake 60 Minutes segment about USAID, about this guy who got fired from USAID, whose job it was to make countries gay, or whatever. And I like posted it on Facebook, and it went like super viral on Facebook, and literally 0 people knew it was fake.
That's so insane, dude.
The Facebook boomer is like absolutely has no chance right now. Like dude, if you go on Facebook, man, there's just these AI posts where like they have no idea what's going on. They think it's all real. Like they don't have the concept that things can be fake.
Yes.
Essentially. So they're like, everything's real. And like, there would be people being like, I think this, like, there would be like, people being like, I can't believe this is real. And then there'd be this woman posting on everybody who's like, I can't believe this. She goes, this is fucking real. Like she was so certain of it.
Yes.
And then you realize you're like, these are the same people who are like, you can't pull the wool over my eyes. Like I know everything.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like.
And meanwhile, you go to their house and the hot sauce in their fridge expired in 2023.
Right. Yeah. And they're like, nothing gets past me. And you go, everything gets past you, actually. But you think nothing gets past you, which is like maybe
if you were a catcher, I would steal first.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah. But you're like, this is the most dangerous thing because you think you're unfoolable and you're like the most gullible, naive, foolable person. Yeah. Which is like particularly dangerous.
Yeah, you're no Penn and Teller, buddy.
No. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get back in the AI trickery game at some point.
Yeah, the AI trickery is fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's fun and it's a fun format, but it just doesn't do anything. I don't know. I don't know the point of it. My YouTube channel is demonetized, so it's not even like I can make money on it.
Oh, bad boy.
Yeah, I got demonetized for like one random clip from my podcast. Demonetized me for life.
What, dude? Well, that's not honestly, that's not shocking. I don't know why I was so shocked there.
Yeah. But it was my first strike. I never got a strike before. First clip demonetized. Damn. First time I ever got a strike, and they're like, yeah, this clip demonetized you for life.
And you're like, I don't even know what it is. It's just you with a gun to your head.
No, it wasn't even that bad. We were just talking about the day the Unabomber died. And then I was like, we were talking about it. And then they were like, you were like promoting terrorism essentially.
What?
And I was like, what? And then
we didn't get him cake, dude.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, I appealed it like multiple times and everybody's just like, yeah, it's a violation.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shout out Google, I guess.
Yeah.
You ruined anybody's golf grip lately?
Have I what?
Have you ruined anyone's golf grip lately?
Dude, I'm telling you, if you golf, that is my number one thing. I go, your grip is everything. No, I haven't been golfing. Although I just got this, we got a sponsorship on boyscast from PXG.
Sick.
And they sent me this fucking sick putter. We got to go.
I'm down.
I haven't had a chance to use it yet.
I was talking to Lev Fair, and he was like, yeah, I'm starting to golf. I was like, dude, I've been golf too. It's so fun. It's so good. He goes, yeah, I was doing all right. And then I went and hit balls with my buddy, and it changed my grip, and now it's all fucked up. I go, Danny Polishchuk.
I'm telling you though, look.
And he goes,
yes,
yeah, dude.
You're not the first person to say this. Anybody,
it's an epidemic, man.
Anybody who golfs, and I'll tell you this because this is my own personal experience, where I golf for a long time with a fucked up grip.
Yeah,
it's very frustrating.
Yes.
And once you like ingrain this feeling in your hands of a wrong grip, it becomes so much. Like Lev is like, I'm starting to play golf. I'm like, dude, I'll tell you. And dude, you go hire a fucking golf instructor.
Yes.
It's the first thing they'll do because they're just like, man, it feels weird, but it's going to feel weird regardless.
Yeah.
But once you get really comfortable with a bad grip, it's going to feel so weird to change it to a proper grip. And if you have a bad grip, you're like, it makes golf a fucking nightmare.
Totally.
Dude, it's like when you have a bad grip, you're like, man, I'm like hit fucking a foot behind the ball. You're hitting these crazy slices and hosling it. It's just, it sucks. And you're like, it is the one thing where if you just like fix your grip right away, I'm telling you,
dude,
I'm like an evangelist about this because I went through literally like years.
You are correct, but the laugh I got when I was like, Danny Polishchuk, he goes, yeah.
Hey man, fucking have a bad grip. Have a shitty grip, man. I'll see you in 5 years when you're just like, God damn it, I'm so frustrated with this game.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to find out that all of the women you've dated have had a similar experience.
No, I'm never golfing with a woman.
Oh no, I was talking about hand jobs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I dated Danny, but fuck my old grip up.
Yeah, fuck my old grip up. Yeah. Giving me all these grip advice.
Yeah, I went and played for like 30 minutes the other day. It was so fucking. It's a heat wave, dude.
I know.
Heat wave.
I know. Apparently, the hottest it's been here since the 1800s.
Oh my god! Can you imagine the smell?
Oh, in the 1800s?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's all I can think about in historical shit. Whenever it's like, you're looking at shit of like kings and medieval times. The smell.
Oh, the smell. Chamber pots, man.
Oh, dude, just dumping shit in the streets.
Dude, crazy, man.
It's raining.
I think about it, like
shit.
almost every person that's ever lived didn't get to experience air conditioning.
Whoa.
Or chocolate milk.
Yeah. Are you a chocolate milk guy?
I've become one recently. I mean, I was when I was like a kid, and then I started getting this Fairlife milk shit, which is like this high protein milk. And then sometimes when I go buy the regular milk, it's right beside the chocolate milk, and occasionally I'll buy one, and I go, "Holy shit, this is the greatest drink of all time."
That Fairlife just got into some hot water.
What'd they do?
They're like leaking plastics into everything.
Guy, I'm drinking out of plastic right now.
Well, yeah, but this is smart water.
I got bad news for you, pal.
No. This is we're smart for drinking.
Yeah.
This ain't dum water.
This is not dum water.
No,
this is not dum water.
No, we're smart as shit.
They just had something where they're like, there's more microplastics in glass than plastics. You go, we're just gonna die.
Ask me a multiplication problem, dude. I'll solve it.
7 times 14.
Well, I haven't finished the bottle yet. I'll get back to you once I finish.
Okay.
I can't do math.
Okay.
Yeah, chock full of them plastics, bro.
Oh, dude, my balls are full of plastics.
Oh, without question.
Yeah, so my balls are just plastic.
It is sick that you went from being like are you still regularly fasting?
Not really, no. I was trying it, but then you start reading stuff and people are like, it doesn't really do anything. It is interesting, but I don't like you feel so weak. I love how sharp your brain gets, but then it's like this weird trade-off where your brain gets like so sharp because you're in like hunter mode essentially.
Yeah.
But your body's like so weak and you're tired and you're like, I don't know what the trade-off is here because I like to like work out and it's just like not the best. I go like, yeah, the gym sucks. But my brain is sharp. It's like, I don't know.
The fasting to chocolate milk pipeline is a sick 180.
Dude, chocolate milk fucking rips, man.
I can't stand milk.
You know what's the weirdest thing? I didn't drink cow's milk
Mhm.
for literally 20 years probably. Because I was like, I'm lactose. And then all the milk now, they take the lactose out of it.
Really?
Yeah, like
I don't think so.
lots of it. Like Fairlife doesn't have lactose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you're like, I drink it and I go, oh, I'm totally fine.
I
And it's like, you know, you get like one fucking serving of it. It's like 13 grams of protein. You go, that's pretty good.
I was dating someone for a long time, and the first time I met her dad, we went out to brunch and we sat down, and the waiter came to the table and he pulled a move that I've never seen before or since.
Glass of milk with a steak.
No, that's diabolical though.
Yeah, that's diabolical. That's
So you got to be a mob boss to do that shit.
Glass of milk with a steak. Yeah.
Glass of milk with a steak, and then we're gonna put a hit on a guy. Dude, no, we sit down. The waiter comes, gives us water. He sends the water back. He goes, no water, 2 chocolate milks.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, you're a bad boy.
I like them.
It's like he was establishing dominance in a business meeting.
I love a good chocolate milk.
I've seen people pull that move with whiskey or beer, be like, no water, whiskey.
Yeah.
But chocolate milk is a different game.
I mean, you probably used to be a whiskey guy and get older in life, you go, it's chocolate milk time. Man, chocolate milk is the greatest drink of all time.
I couldn't disagree more. Sugar-free Red Bull is the greatest drink of all time.
Sugar-free Red Bull is pretty good.
It's the greatest drink ever.
It is pretty good. Actually, I think maybe Diet Dr. Pepper is the greatest drink.
I don't love a Diet Dr. Pepper. I love a Diet Coke.
Diet Dr. Peppers. I don't even like. Every time I go back to Canada, I like look for them and I go, did they just not have them here? It's like this weird thing where for whatever reason you can't find them in Canada. So I didn't even know it existed until I moved here.
Oh, I mean that's an extra special treat.
Yeah, and then I had when I go home, but they're only good in the cans.
Yeah.
Though for whatever reason, when you get them in the bottles, they're not consistent.
A mid-sized soda bottle, like bigger than a can, like the 16. I don't even know how many ounces are in
Yeah,
it.
half a liter, 16.
Never as good.
Rarely.
Can, fountain, and then can, fountain, 2 liter, and then whatever the
Cans
fuck's
way
in there.
better too because it's just like they're always colder.
Oh,
too,
it's so cold.
just because it's metal.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Whereas plastic, you sometimes get the front ones and you go, they got put in recently and they're not cold.
I will be the first to admit, sugar-free Red Bull, you want it at 33 degrees. You want it as cold as it can be before freezing.
Yeah.
Warm Red Bull is just
warm anything is not good.
No, I can't. I don't. Coffee's worse warm.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like coffee hot.
Are you a coffee guy?
Yeah.
I can't stand that shit.
You don't drink coffee?
I've been drinking coffee
It
more.
upsets your tum-tum?
It does. It
Oh,
does. Whatever, dude.
I love coffee.
I can be a little bitch, mate. It's all right.
Yeah, that's cool.
2025, you can be a little bitch.
Yeah. No, I like coffee.
It's the sickest part of
I'm
it.
a coffee guy.
I've been
Coffee at all hours.
I've been getting back into it. I've been trying to be healthier.
Yeah.
I've been on the fucking no bread, no sugar. Just wanted to kill myself. Hit the gym. Kettlebells.
Oh, yeah.
Sick.
Kettlebells are great.
Could not walk for 2 days.
Yeah, kettlebells are full body, man.
They're awesome.
Doing the swings and stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the swings are great.
It makes you feel awesome.
Yeah, the kettlebells are. If you can have one thing where you just go, you can get a pretty good full body workout with.
Fuck
kettlebell.
yeah, dude. For what I've just been so programmed my whole life to be like workout machines are jock shit. So I'm like, for whatever reason, I find it to be completely uninteresting. I also hate stationary cardio.
Yeah,
makes me feel like such a dumbass.
Sure.
Just all this effort to go nowhere.
New York City, you just walk around. It's just all the cardio you need.
Yeah, but then the kettlebell, great. Big
kettlebells.
Big, heavy, dumb.
Yeah.
Lift.
Oh, yeah. Kettlebells are fucking awesome.
And then I go, I do this, I'll be able to pick up shit. I
other kettlebells.
Yeah. The gym I went to, they had... It's fun because of the way density works. So you have, little 25-pound ones and then giant 15-pound ones.
Yeah.
My little ego brain, I was like lighter but bigger.
Sure.
I feel more like it makes you feel like an old timey strongman.
Sure.
That would wear the singlet with
the
curly mustache and the triangle weights, dude.
Yeah, it is weird actually, because you were like saying how it's the jock shit for the machines or whatever, but like I always was like, that's just like old people shit. But then you actually look and you're like, the fucking huge like bodybuilders, eventually they only really like they oftentimes move to machines because it's way better for your joints.
Yeah,
because like when you lift these like huge amounts of weights,
Yes.
with like dumbbells or barbells or whatever, it just like destroys your joints.
Marijuana brain. Ever happened to you? You ever just
All the time.
Your brain just short circuit?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like somebody poured water on that I'm a robot.
Yeah. That's It's plaque in your brain.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm plaqued up?
You plaqued up.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix it, but
Yeah, just cramming Oral B straight through my nose. Just try and
maybe some
brush it.
mushrooms.
I don't think so. I think it's the opposite. I think I went
too much plaque.
Yeah, I mean, your 4th of July party last year, I almost fully missed it.
Oh, right.
The universe bounced me back to my apartment.
And then you sent me a fucking Uber Eats package like 2 days later.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
I just got a text from you. You go, hey, man, I accidentally just ordered a bunch of fucking Uber Eats to your house because I forgot to update the...
yeah, I ran up to the thing for your party. Yeah, so fucking enjoy those frozen pizzas.
Yeah,
whatever the fuck.
Whatever. Yeah, it was a bunch of sugar-free Red Bulls.
Oh, yeah. Spread the love,
You sent
man.
me like a bag of sugar-free Red Bulls.
You know,
and some seltzers.
You got to give your buddy some gifts, man.
It was nice. It was a nice little surprise.
Yeah, that's what we should get started. We should stop giving presents to your wives and girlfriends. Start hooking your buds up.
Yeah, hooking your buds up. Just little Uber Eats care packages.
Oh my, yeah. That's how you get a second group chat.
Yeah,
gets made about you.
Hey man, I mean,
you're going, this guy trying to fuck me.
Yeah, you keep sending me shit, and you go, what? You don't like sugar-free Red Bulls?
It's the best beverage known to man.
Yeah,
I want to try the fasting. But
like for how long?
I don't know. That was what I was going to ask you. What's the longest you've done?
I've done 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah, I've done it a few times. 3 days, and
3 days. 3 days is where they say is like the beginning of where it gets wild.
It's like one of these weird things because there's like, some people are like, there's all these crazy health benefits. Certainly not eating for 3. The weird thing is like, yes, obviously not eating for 3 days. There are some benefits. You obviously will lose some weight, but you also lose muscle, which is bad because it's really hard to put, the older you get, it's really hard to put that muscle back on.
Right.
And your body will eat its muscle to keep you alive for those 3 days, which is not a good thing. Now, it's not like some significant amount of muscle in 3 days, but like it'll take you a while to just get that back.
Yeah.
So not great. But there's also like, dude, there's this dude on TikTok who had like colon cancer. It was like somehow wound up in my feed, had colon cancer. And he's basically like, he's like a Christian dude. And he's like, I'm going on like a 40-day water fast to beat my cancer. I'm not doing chemo, all this stuff. And then on like day 37, he's like, today, he's like, I shit my tumor out. He's like, I literally shit my tumor out. He's like, I haven't been eating, so I shouldn't be able to be shitting anything. Because that's the thing, you don't shit when you're fasting because there's nothing to do.
That was going to be my question, was going to be about the dumps.
And then he's like, I shit my tumor out. And then he finished his 40-day water fast. And he's like, yeah, I went to my doctor. The tumor has doubled in size and gave me 6 months to live.
Oh my God, no, dude.
So it's not this panacea that everybody makes it out. It's like, it's an interesting reset. Honestly, it's maybe a good exercise in discipline.
Yes.
To be able to do it.
See, I thought it was this like redoes all your cells and it hooks you up.
That is, I've seen that debated.
Propaganda.
It's like, that's heavily debated whether it really does that. They say it's like this thing, autophagy or whatever. And people are like, your body does that anyways.
Dude, that's so fun. I shit my tumor. It's doubled in size.
Yeah, he's like, it's double the size. I have 6 months to live.
That's yeah, going no chemo full fast is like hitting on 17.
Kind of, yeah. Again, there's like, I have this theory that you're going to see a lot more of this because COVID made people so distrustful of like the medical establishment.
Yeah.
Where people are legitimately like, you're like, yeah, you have cancer. You need to do this. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. You lied to me about COVID. I'm not doing this. And then you go, okay, I guess die.
Yeah. Oh, it's in your brain now, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Spread your bones.
Yeah, it's super in there, dude. It's deep, dude.
Ain't coming out. You ain't fasting that out of here, that's for sure.
Yeah, that 4th of July barbecue, that was the last I've
settled down a little.
Yeah, that made me pump the brakes. Because it's just
you don't drink.
No.
Yeah, so you're just
so just weed, but it's because like if you have one too many drinks, it's like you'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
If you miscalculate your mushroom dosage.
Yeah.
You could send yourself to Who Framed Roger Rabbit World. You're going to Toontown, brother.
Yeah, you're going to Toontown. I haven't done that in a long time. I'm trying to think if I ever fucking overdid it with mushrooms. Mushrooms is the hardest one because you got to eat them.
Yeah.
It's like like acid or something, I feel like can be overdone. You just kind of take too much, which I definitely have done that before.
Oh, yeah. Are you a jam band guy?
I am.
Oh.
This is
dude, for real, I just assumed that was some sort of Pizzagate reference.
You know what? You're not the first person. My wife said the same thing where she's like, what are you, a pedophile or something? I'm like, no, this is Jerry Garcia and David Grissman, Tony Rice.
Oh, nice.
Basically, there's this story. It's called the Pizza Tapes, where Jerry Garcia and then these two like bluegrass, like this mandolin player, David Grissman, and Tony Rice, who's like this legendary like bluegrass player. They were like recording in Jerry Garcia's like home studio, and they ordered a pizza, and the pizza delivery guy like came over, and he's like, "Holy shit, this is like Jerry Garcia," and he stole their fucking tape and released it.
No way.
Yeah, it was just them jamming. Like, it's not like produced or anything. It's just them fucking dicking around of just three guys jamming. And then he like literally went over, stole it, and released it.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking. You can't trust anybody.
Cannot trust the pizza delivery guy.
If you're in a jam band and you can't trust the pizza delivery guy, who can you trust,
Who can
bro?
you trust? I know.
You're not, this thing goes
that
all the way
probably
to the top.
shattered fucking Jerry Garcia's worldview.
Dude, yeah, it fucking destroyed him.
Yeah.
It's like, God, it's the ones you trust the most.
I know. Never ordered from that place again.
Yeah, no, I fucking hate jam bands, dude.
It's quite a contentious topic, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is. But it's also,
Although I just was at I was in Vegas and I went to the Dead & Co. at the Sphere.
How was that, dude?
It was crazy, man.
Well,
I don't think I'd want to go more than once, but because some people go like every show, or
it seems
they'll see like 3 shows a weekend, and you're
like
like,
a lot.
dude, the Sphere is insane. It is the greatest venue I've ever been to, probably. But you're like, there is some weird shit where you're like, you do get motion sickness. Like there are moments where you're like, I feel like the entire room is spinning because they make it like they could literally like the guy who runs the video for that shit. If he wanted to make 18,000 people throw up at once, like easily done.
Or conversely, if you wanted to, Manchurian candidate 18,000 people.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
you could really MK
they're
Ultra.
They're all on drugs already, so you got the hard part out of the way. A lot of them are on psychedelic drugs for sure.
Yeah, you could fully MK Ultra some people.
Yeah,
that shit is fun.
Yeah,
all that shit that they did with the just really dosing people and then clockwork oranging them.
Oh yeah, man, they got a lot of people, man.
The
question is what they're Manson was like in the MK Ultra. The question is what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Because like you would know if they were running these like drug experiments. My theory is that it's all through social media. They're MK Ultraing people.
Well, I saw a crazy thing about Reddit where they released the hang on, let me get this correct because this is important. I really shoot off at the mouth.
Sure. Hey man, it's a comedy podcast. Well, we're meant to be informed about stuff.
No.
We're supposed to talk shit about and give opinions about stuff we don't know anything about.
And baby, that's the America I want to live in.
Yeah. This is America after all.
Okay. How do I word this? Reddit military base most popular cities. There was this military base that was, so Reddit released a thing that was like most Redditors per city or whatever.
Okay.
Right. For where they're the most popular in the United States. And it was like, of course, like New York, LA, people with dense populations. And then like number 2 or number 3 was this random military base.
What?
Yeah. And then the list was quickly changed.
They couldn't hide their IP?
Yeah. So it was like, a government run bot farm pretty much.
Sure. Essentially that was like literally like getting everyone all riled up and changing.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like I always said this when everybody was like, yeah, Russia was like manipulating, even though it was fake, but they were like, Russia was meddling in the U.S. election. That
wasn't real?
No. But they were like, you're like, what do you think America's doing? Like the idea you go, oh, like we wouldn't do that. And you're like, yeah, you guys are fucking meddling in everybody else's shit.
Yeah.
Assuming that is true, which it wasn't, but you're like.
And like publicly meddling and then very like open secret, very widely privately meddling.
Yeah, but it's like America's meddling in everyone else's shit. It's like, what, the audacity for another country to do that? You're like,
we're putting the pedal to the metal.
yeah, it's because America fucking does that shit all the time.
I feel really silly.
Like at the time for people to be like, how dare another country meddle in our election?
Meanwhile,
It's like all you guys do.
At the CIA headquarters, they're putting another South American dictator's head on a wall.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly. Like a fucking deer.
Yeah, exactly. Like the collected trophies.
You're like, this is your fucking go-to move. Fucking meddling in other countries' shit.
That's phase one.
Yeah, you're like, it's crazy for them to be like, how dare them?
Yeah. Man, the world's a little less bright now.
That's fine.
But I want Russia to be. It's fun when it's Russia behind the internet. They're
doing shit. They are absolutely doing stuff, and no question. I mean, there's a lot of people who are saying they're like, manipulating like a lot of stuff on Twitter and whatever. But like, yeah, they're doing stuff.
Yeah, but they got their hands full right now.
But America's doing stuff too. This is another element of war.
Yeah,
and it's just like it's being fought on the battlegrounds of Twitter.
It is funny that Russia, who's been talking all this shit for forever, is just getting so owned by the Ukrainians and like basically Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah. They're getting fucking dunked on by guys using vlogging technology.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they did have that crazy drone thing where they snuck in all those drones.
Yeah, dude.
I know.
Well, the even crazier thing is now they're like, the countryside in some places is like littered with fiber optic cable from the fiber optic.
Yeah,
lines.
I saw some of them, and they're all like, it's all tangled up and everything.
Yeah.
Because they have to like run like hardwired drones or something.
Yeah,
and I saw something like that.
Yeah, well, when all the just drone videos of the of like the drone fireworks displays started popping up all over the place.
Yeah, those
I was
badass.
like, oh, this isn't a public display for, a fun event. This is this is a company that's trying to get military contracts.
Oh, did you see the King Kong drone scaling the Empire State Building?
I saw the footage. I didn't see it live though.
Yeah, I didn't see it live, but that was like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
How long do they until they replace the Macy's fireworks with drones?
With drones, yeah.
I mean, they look way cooler.
They are sick.
Yeah, dude, it is fucking awesome.
But I want the danger.
I know, but you're like, I mean, I guess they could start firing on people.
Yeah, sure.
You want that?
Yeah,
we can arm them with.
Yeah,
we can arm them and just have start shooting randomly.
Yeah, what they should do is they should start instead of just doing drone clusters for war, they should take that application where they take the King Kong technology and then they start making all the drones look like Megatron and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like Megatron walking across the battlefield.
That'd be pretty badass.
That'd be way sicker, dude.
Especially if it can shoot.
I would, you start big ass Godzilla running around.
Remember all the drones in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Remember that? That was a whole thing. That was a whole thing.
And now I don't even do.
Essentially what happened is they were obviously the U.S. military was testing these drones. Like literally everyone in New Jersey was like, this thing the size of a minivan is like over my house. And they're like, all my friends are seeing it. We're seeing it every single night.
Yeah.
And then the U.S. government was like, we don't know what you're talking about.
It's like a guy trying to hide his drinking from his wife.
Essentially, and then the cops are like, the municipal police are like, yeah, we're seeing this shit too. I guess we're going to investigate it because like nobody's telling us what this is. And then eventually they were like, yeah, it was us. Like we were just,
oh yeah, we did that shit.
Yeah, we did that shit.
That's everything with that's like every conspiracy ever.
But then you're like, why? And they go, I'm not telling you that, but for some reason we're like, it's not enough to test them in like the desert where nobody's around. They're like, yeah, we got to fly them over New Jersey for some reason.
Well, you gotta. That would be like their urban application or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they have whoever was behind it. They go, yeah, we have a good reason for it, but
yeah,
one of those things where you go, people are gonna go crazy over this.
They're gonna be so bummed.
And then they're like, well, they're just like, what's going on? And they're like, can't tell you.
Yeah, you're not classified, nerd.
No, yeah, not gonna tell you. I was hoping to see one in New York, but.
Yeah, if I was ever given the opportunity, like you meet like Conspiracy Genie, and they were like, you get one truth. We'll grant your one wish. We'll let you know any kooky thing. We'll let you know exactly what happened. Is there one that you would want to know?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Probably. I don't know. There's that's a hard one. I don't know.
It's tough because
That
it's
is
like
a tough one. I was like thinking like JFK.
Yeah, JFK. So you have like the heavy hitters. You have the conspiracy Mount
The
Rushmore.
moon, actually. That's what I would want to know.
I think the conspiracy Mount Rushmore is the moon, 9/11, JFK.
The moon would be actually the one. I that's what I want.
Moon is good.
Moon landing. I'd like to know because to be honest, if you asked me 10 or 15 years ago, I was like, yeah we 100% went to the moon.
Yes.
And then now I'm like, it's less than that.
Now, as a puppeteer of propaganda yourself,
sure, yeah. I'm on the Mossad and Qatar's payroll, so double dipping. But the moon one is you go, there's a couple questions here where you're like, I don't know about the moon. The fact that they're like, we don't have the technology to go back, like they've said that, and you go, what technology goes backwards like that? Like, what technology is you're like, yo, we had this thing fucking 70 years ago, and they're like, we can't do it now. And you go, nothing goes backwards like that.
Yeah, I can't think of a regressive technology
where you just and they're
especially
like,
for transportation.
And they had like all
computing.
these fucking did whatever tapes or whatever, and they're like, we accidentally erased them all.
That's where
there's like all these things, and you're like, you guys can't go back. Like, just go back just to prove that it wasn't fake.
Yeah, and also no one else has done it.
Nobody else has done it, and they're just like, you did it in like what, the 60s, and you're just like, we can't do it anymore.
At the height of America needs a huge public
the
wind
height
and
of the
distraction.
Cold War, and you're just like, we need to dissuade the Russians to we need to basically flex on them and essentially be like, yo, we can go to the fucking moon.
Yeah, we own space, bro.
Yeah, like we can go to the moon. Don't fuck around. Like when you look at the incentives around it back then, you go like, yeah, it makes sense why they would have lied about going to the moon.
That was the government's version of having cauliflower ear.
Kind of, but you're like, exactly, yeah.
Don't fuck with us.
Don't fuck with us.
dude.
But you're like, it fully makes sense about like the incentives around it.
Yeah.
And they're like, it is weird. Like there are some weird things.
There is a preposterous upside to them faking it.
Yeah, like there was an incentive, like absolutely, for them to fake it.
Yeah. I'm
couldn't be verified that they faked it. Like they're just like, we went, and they're like, no, you don't. And you're like, yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did, pussy.
And also, like I've talked to this guy on my show. If you want to check it out, Low Value Mail, every Monday night, where I talk to these like kind of conspiracy people. It's like a call-in show. And essentially, because a lot of people were like, well, this conspiracy would have been impossible because everybody working at NASA would have had to been in on it.
That's always the argument, is that it's too
but
many
they
people
spoke
to
people who worked at NASA who were like running the controls, who were, they're in front of like this 8-bit fucking screen essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, we don't know the difference between a simulation and a actual flight. Like when we're monitoring the thing, like this could be a simulation or a flight. They're like, we don't know the difference.
Yo, it's like Ender's Game.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like they don't know the difference. They're like, we could be running a simulation. It looks the same to us. So if they told them, they're like, oh, this is the real thing, but it was actually a simulation, they wouldn't know the difference.
It's just a bunch of guys sitting around playing Tetris.
Essentially, kind of.
Yeah.
But they don't know the difference. So like,
okay.
Which kind of puts that one, because that was always the thing where you go, how would how did 20,000 people keep a secret?
Okay, and now,
and then you're like, oh, it actually there is a mechanism that could have happened.
Oh yeah, okay. If now we're talking about even more deep-seated treachery.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the best way to get someone to lie is convince them it's the truth.
Right. Exactly.
Damn, am I a moon truther, dude?
I'm not a moon truther. I'm not. I just have questions. I'm just asking questions.
I'm just a guy with questions.
Just a guy with questions.
Yeah.
And again, you can see the incentive for them to lie about it. And look, fucking tomorrow they could be like, "Yo, we're going to the moon next week," and I go, "All right, chill, cool." Put that to rest. But you're like,
my question would be, how is 2 medium pizzas less pizza than 1 large pizza? Because that just doesn't make sense.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
If you weighed them, they weigh less than... I find that difficult to believe. Maybe it's like an optical illusion. I feel like 2 medium... how big is a medium? How many inches is a medium pizza?
Oh, wow. Well, don't worry. We don't need to say... we don't need to use this wish on the genie, dude.
Okay.
Like it's generally is larger. That's just something someone said one time that I was like, fact.
Yeah, because I think like a medium pizza, I would guess, is like an 8-inch.
But it does seem like a corporate sneaky way to fuck you that you would never think to look into.
Sure.
Yeah, and you hear that, you go 2 medium pizzas, less pizza than 1 large pizza.
Yeah,
you go, what these? Oh my! I've been duped again.
Yeah, I think 2 medium pizzas. Just from the eyeball test, I would say is more pizza.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right. Well, we're truthing out some conspiracies here.
Yeah. All right.
I never heard that conspiracy.
All right. Debunked. Now let's solve this moon thing.
Yeah, I've had some nut jobs on my show though. Some crazy.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Dude, I had this one chick who came on my show, and her whole conspiracy was that JonBenet Ramsey was never existed. She was like a hologram.
Okay.
And she was like not a real person.
Okay.
And basically, because her dad worked in some like high tech thing. He worked for, wasn't like Canon or like Kodak. That wasn't one of the, or Xerox maybe, like some company, and they were developing some fucking like hologram technology, and she was like the test case, and like she never existed. But you're like I'm talking to her, and you go, okay, well here's all these like photos of her and videos, and she's like, those are all holograms. You're like, what?
That's when you have to we were talking to someone that's that far gone. You have to start asking other questions to try and assemble where.
No, I didn't want to. I was like, let's keep going with this line of.
Well, that's because it's fun.
Yeah, because it's fun.
But if I was talking to that person, I would be like, okay. What's your relationship to computer duster?
Sure.
And have you done a lot of hopping?
How clean's your computer keyboard?
Yeah, you sound like a dust head, bro.
Yeah, dust head. Yeah. But it was one of the things where she was just like, there is some element where you're like, America is so prosperous that they have the luxuries of these things.
Yes.
Like I don't think people in third world countries are having these same conversations.
Well, no, it's comfort breeds the mind wanders.
Yeah, the mind wanders. You go, kind of all my needs are met, and you go, what else is there? JonBenet Ramsey never existed.
God, that's fun. My whole thing with conspiracies like that is like that's fucking retarded, right?
Yeah.
That's you're
insane.
But what a fun way to live.
Yeah. Well, her husband divorced her over it, so it's not that fun.
Oh, well,
It caused a real rift in her relationship and her marriage, and she got divorced as a result of it. So it's one of those things where you're like, it's fun, but it's like you're like, oh, there's consequences to this shit.
I hope that this woman is a total sweetheart in every
she
other.
Is. She's nice, attractive.
Every other aspect of her life.
She's an attractive woman. She's nice.
And it's a guy just like washing dishes at the sink, and he just goes, for real? Like not at all.
Well, it's one of those things where you
like, can't let it go.
Everybody's wives or a lot of people's wives have some weird hobby, but you're like, I can't talk about this all the time.
Yeah, that's where it gets
one of those things where you're like, this is okay. Like, it's okay. Like, if you want to do this in your private, but it's like, I don't want to talk about this all the time.
Yeah, that's
I'm not going to camp outside of JonBenet Ramsey's childhood home to like fucking find some info here or whatever.
Well, listen, that vacation time doesn't roll over, and we got to do something.
Yeah.
I think a little camping trip.
A little trip to Boulder. Nice place.
Yeah, Colorado is an insane place. Okay. What's your I'll let you before.
Go ahead.
What's your ideal Saturday? You have an unlimited budget. You can have celebrity cameos. You can do anything you want in the world.
My ideal
perfect Saturday.
Right now?
Nice little. It doesn't have to be right now. Wildest dreams.
Winter or summer?
It's up to you.
Probably going golfing.
It's your perfect Saturday. Okay, but let's. The world is your oyster.
Yeah.
You could take a Concorde jet to Europe.
Oh.
And go into the library at Vatican City.
But like for the day? But I have to be back by Sunday?
Yeah.
Like, do I have to be back on Sunday morning?
No, this feels like the questions that JonBenet Ramsey wife would ask.
Yeah.
It seems like we're getting bogged down in the deets.
Well, that's a big detail.
It is
because I'm like, the moment you go, yo, you have to be back by Sunday, and I go,
You-
well, that sucks. So I have to spend fucking 14 hours on a plane going through airports to get 5 hours of
forbidden knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. You can travel the day before and the day after, but if it's not on that Saturday, you got to pay for the flights.
It's not on that. What do you mean if it's not on that Saturday?
If you want to fly in on Friday,
yeah,
and then hit Vatican City for the day,
yeah,
and then fly out Sunday,
I got to pay for that.
You got to pay for that.
Okay,
unfortunately,
so we're not doing that. I've been to Vatican City. It's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
You can. I want to go in that library bad.
I don't think you can access. Can you go to the library?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
It's like totally forbidden, dude.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. I've been to Vatican. I mean, Vatican City is amazing because you're like they built this thing like what 500 years ago.
Yeah, on rock and roll.
Yeah. But it's like you look at it, and you go, this is fucking incredible. I'm still just gonna take golfing.
Sure.
I'm a simple man.
Yeah.
I'm a simple man.
Jarrett was like, oh, I'd go golfing with Mark Wahlberg so I can ask him how he would stop 9/11.
Yeah, I suppose maybe go golf with Tiger Woods if that's an option.
It is celebrity cameos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
go golf with like maybe a sick foursome like Tiger Woods.
I would want if I was gonna golf with a
Donald Trump, Tiger Woods, because Trump would talk so much shit.
Yeah,
It would be hilarious to just watch him.
I would go if I was gonna do like celebrity foursome.
Mm-hmm.
It would be fun to have someone really high level, but I would go probably go John Daly.
John Daly would be fun. Bryson DeChambeau, just to watch him just fucking hit those nukes.
Yeah, that would be sick, and I feel like he'd be a fun hang.
Yeah, he'd be a fun hang. He's a bit of a dork, but
he is. But he's done a good job of softening that.
Yeah.
He's like a nerd who finally fingered a chick.
Yeah, he is. He kind of is.
Yeah, and then like I'd want to throw in a real curveball. I like Nade Shot or something. 4 people will know who that is.
Who?
He's like he's like a streamer, ex-pro Call of Duty player. Nade Shot.
Nade Shot, never heard of him.
He's the man. Just because I think that would be fun. And then like I don't know, maybe one of my just regular buddies, so that we both can be like,
yeah,
you fucking see this, dude?
Get a load of this shit.
Yeah. All right. And okay, so there's a term that I really like called a life hammer, right?
Okay.
So it's things outside of your career, like seeing the Aurora Borealis, total life hammer, riding a helicopter. That's a life hammer.
It's like this is like the cool guy bucket list.
Yeah, the genesis of it is it's like a skateboarding term.
Okay.
Your last trick in your part is supposed to be really sick.
Okay.
So that's a hammer.
Yeah.
So when you do a 6 tricks, like that's a fucking hammer. And then from that became life hammer.
Okay.
Yeah, like
it.
Is there anything like that you've always wanted to do that you haven't done?
Is there anything I've ever wanted? I mean, there's lots of no, I don't want to go skydiving.
It's awesome. You should do it.
I know it's awesome. I just don't.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I hear it's really cool.
It's way sicker than a 3-day fest.
Yeah. I know. You know what? I know it is probably cool. I've had friends who have done it. It seems relatively safe.
Oh, it's crazy. It feels like when you're strapped to the dude, it feels like a carnival ride.
Yeah. I'm not a huge heights guy, but I think I would be fine.
Yeah.
But I've never had that. Like, I'm not like an adrenaline junkie.
Sure.
So, but that seems like it would be a fun one. I don't know. I wouldn't mind going to see like something crazy like Antarctica or something.
Yeah.
Just to find out what they're hiding from us.
It seems so cold.
It's gonna be really cold. Yeah.
It seems so cold and a lot of nothing. And it's like I sat.
I mean, I feel like it's a lot of nothing, but it's also you've seen like these crazy. You've seen polar bears and fucking icebergs. And
yeah, until you find the alien Nazi base, and then you go
worth
it.
Well, also it's like the South Pole. There's that's a big flat Earth thing. Is you're legally not allowed to go to the South Pole.
Yeah,
and that's a big like cornerstone of the flat Earth thing. Is there to go that because that's where they're hiding all the shit that would prove that the Earth is flat. And it is, you legally are not allowed to go to the South Pole.
I think that if you are truly a flat earther, that there should be a government program that will provide, not only allow you access, but provide you flights to the South Pole so that all those dumb motherfuckers can freeze to death.
Yeah. Well, there was, I think, something recently, some big flat earther YouTuber, like someone did pay for them to go, and then they went there and they're like, yeah, I guess this is bullshit. They got down there and they're like, yeah, I guess this disproves everything.
Yeah, well, my whole brand identity is kind of
whole identity
kind of fucked here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bigfoot fuck my mom. Oh, all right, bro. Well, dude, thanks so much for coming on.
My pleasure.
Greatly appreciate it.
It was good hanging.
Great time. Go check out Low Value Mail, the Bathhouse Live,
the Boyscast,
and the Boyscast.
Yeah.
And follow Danny Polish.
Danny Jokes. Everywhere.
Danny Jokes.
Yep.
Easy peasy. You're the man, dude. Appreciate it greatly.
You are the man.
Thanks for tuning in, team. We'll see you guys. We'll be back in a week with some more enjoyable audio and video content for you. I hate that sentence. It's my least favorite sentence I've ever created in my entire fucking life.
Tough sentence.
Like the episode, drop a comment, please subscribe, and check out the page. We'll see you guys in a week. Later.